The chosen ones that I am about to share with you will transform your life in ways that you cannot even imagine. If you are watching this video right now, it is no coincidence. You are not here by accident. This is a divine appointment. If you're watching this video right now, it's because God Himself has led you here to hear this message. Something powerful is about to happen in your life, and you need to be ready to receive it. Let me ask you, have you been feeling exhausted, drained from endless work? Have you been giving your all, yet feeling like you're constantly falling short? Have you been asking yourself, why is it so hard? Why do I keep struggling? Listen closely, because that season is coming to an end. God is stepping in. From this moment forward, no more struggling, no more striving, no more endless labor. The weight you've been carrying is being lifted. A divine shift is taking place, and your days of barely surviving are being replaced with a season of abundance, supernatural provision, and effortless blessings. The Bible declares, "Commit your way to the Lord, trust in Him, and He will do it." Psalm 37 verse 5. This is not just a change in mindset, this is a divine intervention. God is removing the heavy yoke of stress and toil and is replacing it with His provision, His favor, and His abundance. Do you believe it? Are you ready to receive it? Pause for a moment. Declare your faith right now. Comment 9999 below to amplify this divine energy and open the floodgates of blessings in your life. When you type it, you are making a bold statement. I trust God's plan. I receive His provision. My days of struggle are over. And don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and share this message. You never know whose life will be transformed because you help spread this powerful word. This is your moment. Get ready, because from now on, you are stepping into a season of divine favor, and nothing will ever be the same again. Let's go. For so long, you have worked tirelessly, pouring everything you have into your job, your responsibilities, and your dreams. But no matter how hard you worked, it never seemed to be enough. The bills kept piling up, the stress kept growing, and the weight of life became heavier with each passing day. Have you ever felt like you were running in circles, exhausted, drained, and wondering, when will my breakthrough come? Have you ever stayed up at night asking God, why do I have to struggle so much just to survive? If so, you are not alone. But hear me now. God has seen your endurance. He has seen your sacrifices. He has seen your tears. And He is saying, enough. It is time for your breakthrough. The Bible declares, the Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14 verse 14. Your season of suffering is over. No more sleepless nights worrying about finances. No more exhausting yourself to make ends meet. No more breaking your back just to survive. God is stepping in, and He is shifting you into a season of supernatural provision and ease. From this moment on, you will no longer chase after success. It will chase after you. Your bank account will no longer dictate your joy because God is taking over your finances. Your work will no longer drain you because God is multiplying your efforts. The same God who provided manna in the wilderness for the Israelites, Exodus 16 verse 4, is the same God who will pour abundance into your life effortlessly. Where you once had to fight for every opportunity, now doors will open without you even knocking. Where you once had to push through obstacles, now blessings will flow to you like a river. Can you feel it? A shift is happening right now. Declare it. Type I receive it in the comments if you believe your struggles are ending and your blessings are beginning. And don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and share this message with someone who needs to hear it. You are stepping into something bigger than you ever imagined. Get ready, because your season of ease and abundance has just begun. For too long, the world has told you that you must chase after money, hustle endlessly, and fight for success. But God is saying, stop. I am your provider. You are not meant to run in exhaustion trying to secure your future. Your future is already secured in Christ. The Bible reminds us in Philippians 4:19, "And my God shall supply all your needs according to His riches in glory by Christ Jesus." Not some of your needs, not just enough to get by, but all your needs. Look at the Israelites in the wilderness. God rained down manna from heaven, provided water from a rock, and sustained them for 40 years without them toiling for it. They did not plant fields, yet they never lacked. They did not bake bread, yet they never went hungry. The same God who did it for them will do it for you. Why worry about money when your Father owns everything? Why stress over provision when Jehovah Jireh, the Lord who provides, is on your side? Why fear the future when God has already gone before you and made the way? Do you believe that God can provide for you in ways beyond your imagination? Do you trust that He will take care of every detail of your life? Declare your faith and believe that divine provision is already on its way. From today, your mindset must shift. You are no longer the provider of your own life. God is. Your job is not your source, your savings account is not your security, and your connections are not your safety net. God alone is your source. Stop striving. Stop worrying. Step into the peace of divine provision. Just as God took care of Elijah by sending ravens to feed him, He will send resources, opportunities, and abundance straight to you. This is your moment of release. Your financial struggles are ending. Provision is flowing into your life now. If this message resonates with you, share your thoughts and declare your faith. Engage in the comments, connect with this community, and let's walk together in the abundance God has prepared for us. Your life is standing at the edge of a divine transformation, a shift so powerful that nothing will remain the same. Everything that once felt like a struggle, every sleepless night filled with worry, every battle you thought you would never win, God is erasing it all and rewriting your story. This is the moment you have been waiting for. And if you're listening right now, it is no accident. God is speaking directly to you, calling you into a season where the burden is lifted and the doors of abundance swing wide open. Can you feel it? The change is already happening. You are not who you used to be. The tears you cried, the hardships you endured, the rejection and the doubts, they were all preparing you for this very moment. Isaiah 61:3 declares that God gives beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. What the enemy meant for evil, God is turning for good. Everything that once weighed you down is now being turned into fuel for your elevation. This is not just an emotional shift, it is a divine repositioning. The people who doubted you, who dismissed your potential, who thought you would never rise, they are about to witness the undeniable favor of God on your life. They saw you in the valley, but they will see you on the mountaintop. They counted you out, but God has counted you in. They assumed you were finished, but God was just getting started. The same voices that once whispered against you will have no choice but to acknowledge that the hand of God is over you. Psalm 23:5 proclaims, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies." God is not just lifting you up, He is making you a public testimony of His power. This new season is not just about material blessings, it is about stepping fully into your purpose. No more playing small, no more questioning your worth, no more living in survival mode. Deuteronomy 28:13 promises, "The Lord will make you the head and not the tail, and you shall be above only and not beneath." You are rising, not just for yourself, but be a light to others. What God is doing in your life is bigger than you. It is meant to inspire, to bless, and to break generational curses. Right now, in this very moment, declare it. Speak it into existence. Say, "God is transforming my life." Type it in the comments. Let your faith be known. Have you ever experienced a moment where you felt God was shifting something in your life? Share your story in the comments and encourage others who are on this journey with you. If you believe that this is your time, if you can feel the weight lifting, if you are ready to step into your next level, then engage with this message. Hit that like button. Subscribe so you never miss a word of what God is speaking into your life. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Your breakthrough is here, your elevation is now, and your testimony is being written at this very moment. Get ready, because what's coming is greater than anything you've ever imagined. For too long you have been running, striving, pushing yourself beyond limits, believing that your success, your survival, your future depend entirely on your own strength. But hear this, God never intended for you to live in a constant state of exhaustion. You were not created to struggle endlessly, to fight every battle alone, or to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. This is not just a moment of relief. It is a divine invitation. God is calling you into a new way of living, one of trust, one of surrender, one of effortless provision. From this moment forward, you don't have to chase after opportunities, money, or success. You don't have to manipulate circumstances or try to force things to happen. God has already prepared everything for you, and all He asks is that you trust Him. Jeremiah 29:11 declares, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a future and a hope." Do you believe that? Do you truly trust that God has mapped out your life, that He has already set aside the blessings, the breakthroughs, the opportunities that are meant for you? If so, why are you still running as if it all depends on you? Why are you still losing sleep over things that God has already taken care of? Today, He is saying, rest, be still, trust. Psalm 46:10 reminds us, "Be still and know that I am God." This is not a suggestion, it is a command. God is asking you to let go, to release the fear, to release the need to control everything, and to simply follow His guidance. This is where faith is tested. Can you trust God when you don't have all the answers? Can you believe that even when you don't see the next step, He has already gone ahead of you and cleared the path? The Israelites wandered the wilderness for 40 years, not because God hadn't prepared the promised land, but because they struggled to trust Him. They doubted, they feared, they tried to take control instead of resting in His promises. But when they finally surrendered and followed His lead, the walls of Jericho fell before them, and they walked into their divine inheritance. What about you? Are you ready to stop running in circles? Are you ready to stop trying to force things into place? Are you ready to enter the land of promise that God has already prepared? Type "I trust God" completely in the comments if you are ready to surrender. If you are done trying to make things happen in your own strength, if you are ready to let God take the wheel, make it known. Share your journey. Have you ever experienced a moment when trusting God led to an unexpected breakthrough? Your testimony could encourage someone else who is struggling right now. Like this video, subscribe, and share this message with someone who needs to hear it. God is not asking you to figure it all out. He is only asking you to trust Him. When you do, you will see doors open that no man can shut, favor that no one can explain, and blessings that come not from your effort, but from His grace. Your time of striving is over. It is time to trust, rest, and walk in the divine flow that God has already prepared for you. Are you ready? The season of struggle is over. The season of harvest has arrived. You have sown in tears, labored in faith, endured hardships that no one saw, and remained steadfast even when everything seemed to be against you. But now God is saying, it is time to reap the rewards of your faithfulness. Everything you have endured, every moment of waiting, every sacrifice made in silence, it was never in vain. Psalm 126 verse 5 declares, "Those who sow in tears shall reap with shouts of joy." This is your moment. The seeds you planted, the prayers you whispered, the faith you held onto. Now is the time for your harvest. Doors that were once shut are about to swing open. Opportunities you never imagined are coming your way. Divine connections are aligning. The favor of God is moving on your behalf. You may have thought you were forgotten, overlooked, or left behind, but God has been working behind the scenes, preparing a harvest far beyond what you expected. Malachi 3:10 reminds us, "I will open the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing that there will not be room enough to receive it." Can you feel it? Can you sense that something is shifting in your life? Your obedience, your faithfulness, your perseverance, it has all been leading to this moment. But understand this, your harvest is not just financial. Yes, abundance is coming, but God's blessings go far beyond material wealth. You will experience health, peace, and purpose. The healing you've prayed for, the restoration you've longed for, the clarity and direction you've been seeking, God is bringing it all together. This is not just about getting what you want. This is about stepping into the fullness of your calling. Your life is about to become a living testimony of God's goodness, a shining example of His provision. Are you ready? Are you ready to walk into a season where blessings chase you down? Type "My harvest is here" in the comments if you are claiming this season of favor over your life. Share your story. Have you ever had a moment when you saw God turn your struggles into blessings? Someone needs to hear your testimony. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share this message with someone who is waiting for their breakthrough. Your time of famine is over. The drought has ended. A new season has begun. and your harvest is here. Walk boldly into it, expectantly, joyfully, because God is about to do exceedingly, abundantly more than you could ever ask or think. Are you ready to receive it? This is it, the final confirmation. You don't need to stress, you don't need to fight, and you don't need to chase after things that were never meant to be your burden. God is doing the work. He is moving, shifting, and aligning everything for your good. Philippians 4:6-7 reminds us, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Can you feel it? Can you feel the weight lifting off your shoulders? Everything that once caused you to worry, your finances, your future, your purpose, God has already made provision. You are stepping into divine overflow. No more sleepless nights, no more endless striving, no more questioning how things will work out. The God of abundance, the God who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, Psalm 50:10, the God who multiplied the loaves and fish, Matthew 14:19-20, the God who made manna fall from the sky, Exodus 16:15. That same God is working on your behalf. He is ensuring that you lack nothing. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced God's miraculous provision in your life? Have you ever found yourself in a situation where there was no way but suddenly a door opened? Share your testimony in the comments, because someone out there needs to hear it. Your story could be the very encouragement they need to hold on a little longer. This is the moment where faith turns into action. If you believe this word is for you, type "God is my provider" in the comments right now. Declare it boldly. Let the universe, let the enemy, let every doubt in your mind know that you are standing on God's promise. And before you go, if this message has spoken to you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with at least one person who needs to be reminded that God is in control. You are chosen. You are blessed. Your future is secure. Now walk in that confidence, knowing that from this moment forward, God is handling everything. This is your time, your season, your breakthrough. Claim it, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay blessed.